This is the main purpose of life. The reason why YAHUAH created man is for man to live by his commands, his commandments. That is the reason why YAHUAH gave man, the first man that he created, Adam. He told him, you are in charge of all, but this very one is not for you to attend to. This is not your concern. That's the command that YAHUAH gave to Adam. And Adam destroyed the commandments of YAHUAH that YAHUAH gave to him. And that's the reason why death came to this life. That's the reason man dies today. That's the reason why the man that YAHUAH loves so much, that he created in his image and his likeness, that's the reason why that same man died. So YAHUAH creates man in his image and like him. YAHUAH does not die. The creator does not die. So it's like YAHUAH creates man to be like him, so that man should not die. In his image and his likeness. In YAHUAH's image, YAHUAH created man. And YAHUAH's likeness to be like YAHUAH, that YAHUAH created man. But because of disobedience to his command, that's the reason why man died. Yes. And this is the reason why YAHUAH, because YAHUAH so loved the world that he created, he loved the man that he created, he find his way again through his servants, that he has programmed. He came through his servant Shanok, into Noah, from Noah to Abraham, from Abraham, Yashak came forth, then Yaakov, which they translate to Jacob, came out of Yashak, which they translate to Isaac. The community of Yasharah, the nation of Yasharah came forth. And now YAHUAH now told the nation, which is he created his own kingdom through the nation of Yasharah in this Arat. So for you to live in that kingdom, let's first of all read the book of Mattathiyahu. Mattathiyahu chapter 6 verse 33. He said, but seek the kingdom of YAHUAH and YAHUAH's righteousness. Seek the kingdom of YAHUAH and seek the righteousness of YAHUAH. But seek the kingdom of YAHUAH. Say, for you to live now in this Arat, you must seek the kingdom of YAHUAH. How did YAHUAH program his kingdom in this Arat? Because the kingdom of YAHUAH is in this Arat presently. Yes, the kingdom of YAHUAH is functioning right now in this Arat. So for you to live in the kingdom, you must seek that kingdom. And inside the kingdom of YAHUAH, there are rules and regulations. The righteousness of YAHUAH that you are seeing here, he said, but seek the kingdom of YAHUAH and YAHUAH's righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. All these other things in this Arat, like YAHUAH gave Adam everything, but he disobeyed YAHUAH. Now YAHUAH is telling you now, seek the kingdom, seek his kingdom right now in this Arat. His kingdom is here presently for you now. Seek the kingdom, because Yahushua brought the kingdom of YAHUAH back. And that's why Yahushua is telling you, is Yahushua that is ministering here. Yahushua, the Messiah, the Mashiach of all life. Anyone that shows him is one of the is part of the kingdom. If you choose Yahushua from this day, you are part of Yahuwah's kingdom. Yahushua is the doorway to Yahuwah's kingdom. Let me bring this again. Yahushua is the doorway to Yahuwah's kingdom. Yahushua is the door to Yahuwah's kingdom. Yes. So when you seek the kingdom of YAHUAH, you must know the righteousness of YAHUAH. And the righteousness of YAHUAH is the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments that YAHUAH spoke to man about. He spoke their life to mankind. He spoke their life to mankind. Yes. YAHUAH now gave his servant Musha the other laws and regulations for you to live by in the same kingdom. But you must first of all live by the righteousness of YAHUAH. And let us see how YAHUAH brought his righteousness to the kingdom that he has programmed to man to live by in this Arat. To the Rabbi YAHUAH, Ba'asham Yahusha. We're not going to see how Yahusha introduced his righteousness to mankind in this Arat. Because Yahuwah's kingdom is still functional well, rightly in this Arat. To the Rabbi YAHUAH, Ba'asham Yahusha. Shamut is what the system of this word translated to Exodus. Shamut chapter 19. We're going to read from verse 1. He said, exactly 2 moons. Moons is the moons is what YAHUAH give to man to recycle, to know the months. So the cycle of the moon is a full month. The full cycle of the month is what we call months today. So it's exactly 2 moons, which is months, 2 months after the Yasharalim left Mizraim. They arrived in the wilderness of Sinai. Verse 2. After breaking the camp at Rephidim, they came to the wilderness of Sinai and set up camp there at the base of Mount Sinai. Verse 3. Then Moshe climbed the mountain to appear before YAHUAH. YAHUAH is the Almighty One. YAHUAH's title is YAHUAH, which is the Almighty One. He said that Moshe climbed the mountain and appeared before YAHUAH. Then YAHUAH called to Moshe from the mountain and said, "Give this instruction to the family of Yaakov. Announce it to the descendant of Yasharal." He said, you have seen what I did to the Mizraim. You know how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. So tell the children of Yasharal, tell this my nation that I'm creating, tell them how I brought them out to be my people. That's what YAHUAH is telling here. He said, you have seen what I did to the Mizraim. You know how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Verse 5. He said, now if you will obey me and keep my Torah, you will be my own special treasure from among all the people on the Arad, which is translated to earth. For all the Arad belong to me, says YAHUAH. Verse 6. And you shall be to me a kingdom of Kohan. Let me read from verse 5 again. Verse 5 says, if you will obey me and keep my Torah, which the laws and covenant, you will be my own special treasure from among all the people on the Arad. For all the Arad belongs to me, says YAHUAH. Now YAHUAH is creating his own kingdom here in this Arad now. And for you to be a member of YAHUAH's kingdom in this Arad, you must obey YAHUAH's commandments. His Torah. You must obey YAHUAH's Torah, which is the laws and regulations and instructions, everything packaged in the Torah. But the commandment of YAHUAH spoke them live. We're going to see it here. He said, now if you will obey me and keep my Torah, which is the laws and covenant, you will be my own special treasure from among all the people on Arad. For all the Arad belongs to me, says YAHUAH. So the kingdom of YAHUAH is for you to live in the kingdom of YAHUAH in this Arad. You must keep his covenant, his commandment, his laws, his Torah, everything that YAHUAH has given to you to keep. It's a must. That's the only way for you to live in the kingdom of YAHUAH. That's the righteousness of YAHUAH. The commandment of YAHUAH is YAHUAH's righteousness. The Torah of YAHUAH is YAHUAH's righteousness. The laws of YAHUAH is YAHUAH's righteousness. Yes, no other thing. When they say what is the righteousness of YAHUAH, it's by living right with YAHUAH, doing what YAHUAH says. What YAHUAH says is the only right thing. So when you do the right thing, that is the righteousness of YAHUAH. He said, now if you will obey me and keep my Torah, which is my covenant, my commandment, if you keep my commandments, you will be my own special treasure from among all the people on the Arad. For all the Arad belongs to me, says YAHUAH. Verse 6. He said, and you shall be to me a kingdom of Kohan, which they translated to priests, and Kadash, and a Kadash nation. A Kadash nation means a set apart nation. This is the kingdom of YAHUAH. Now YAHUAH set his kingdom apart. He has Kadash his kingdom. And you shall be to me a kingdom of Kohan and a Kadash nation. These are the words which you shall speak to the children of Yasharal. This is the kingdom of YAHUAH that is programming right now. He says, so Moshe returned from the mountain and called together the elders of the people and told them everything YAHUAH had commanded him. Verse 8. And all the people responded together, we will do everything Yahuwah had commanded. So Moshe brought the people's answer back to Yahuwah. Yahuwah is communicating now. Before I will not make you my kingdom, you must understand this that I'm telling you. So they are communicating now. And all the people responded together, we will do everything Yahuwah has commanded. So Moshe brought the people's answer back to Yahuwah. Verse 9. Then Yahuwah daba to Moshe. Then Yahuwah spoke back. He proclaimed his word to Moshe. Then Yahuwah daba to Moshe. I will come to you in a thick cloud, Moshe, so the people themselves can hear me when I speak with you. Then they will always trust you. Because Yahuwah want to bring the living of the kingdom through Moshe. So Yahuwah want to come and confirm what he's about to do through Moshe, so that everybody will see him, that he is the one, Yahuwah, the creator of life, is in charge of everything that Moshe will be telling them. Then Yahuwah daba to Moshe, I will come to you in a thick cloud, Moshe, so the people themselves can hear me when I speak with you. Then they will always trust you. Moshe told Yahuwah what the people had said. Then Moshe told Yahuwah what the people had said. In verse 10, then Yahuwah daba to Moshe, go down and prepare the people for my arrival. Yahuwah is about to arrive himself for the kingdom that he has created in this Arat now. He has created a special kingdom in this Arat. Yahuwah created everything. He created the Shamayim and this Arat, which is the Shamayim, which is evil system translate to heaven, and this Arat, which they translate to earth. Yahuwah created everything, but Yahuwah is about to create a kingdom in this Arat that he has created, that Adam has first of all disobeyed. He's about to create a fresh kingdom in this Arat. He said, then Yahuwah daba to Moshe, go down and prepare the people for my arrival. Consecrate them today and tomorrow, and have them wash their clothes. Verse 11. Be sure they are ready on the third day. For on the day, he said, for on that day, Yahuwah will come down on Mount Sinai, which is Yahuwah is about to come down to introduce himself in this kingdom that is created in this Arat. Say, be sure they are ready on the third day. For on that day, Yahuwah will come down on Mount Sinai as all the people wash. Say, mark off a boundary. Yahuwah is not saying they should mark off a boundary. They mark off a boundary all around the mountain. Warn the people, be careful, do not go up on the mountain or even touch it, or even touch its boundary. Anyone who touches the mountain will certainly be put to death. This is the mountain of Yahuwah. You must focus on Yahuwah. You must follow his obedience. You must be obedient to his instructions. That's why Yahuwah is telling Moshe to go and tell them, don't cross the boundary. This boundary that you will be set, that will be set between you and me, between the people, this kingdom that he is creating now, and him, the creator, the Yahuwah of the kingdom, which is the almighty one of the kingdom. He said, you must focus and be on your place. Then your place. In this kingdom, you must know your place and be there. That's how Yahuwah wants you to live in his kingdom. This kingdom that he has programmed for you. You must know your place and stay your place. He said, mark off a boundary all around the mountain. Warn the people, be careful, do not go up on the mountain or even touch it, or even touch its boundary. Anyone who touches the mountain will certainly be put to death. Verse 13. No hand may touch the person or animal that crosses the boundary. Instead, stone them or shoot them with arrow. They must be put to death. However, when the ram's horn sounds a long blast, then the people may go up on the mountain. This is an instruction. When you hear the sound of the ram horn, then now you can come closer. It's an instruction. You must focus on the instruction that Yahuwah has given to you in this kingdom that he wants you to live by. You live by the instruction of Yahuwah. In all the countries on this earth, on this earth today, they have their instructions and their rules and regulations, their laws. That's why they build prisons everywhere. Because anybody that goes against their laws and the rules of their land will be in prison, or they will sentence to death. Verse 14. So Moshe went down to the people. He consecrated them for worship, and they washed their clothes. He told them, get ready for the third day. Get ready for the third day. And until then, abstain from having sexual intercourse. You are getting ready to see the Most High, the creator of life that created you. So every other thing should be put on hold. Every kind of pleasure should be put on hold. Sanctify yourself. I said, he told them, get ready for the third day, and until then, abstain from having sexual intercourse. Verse 16. On the morning of the third day, thunder roared and lightning flashed, and a dense cloud came down on the mountain. There was a long blast from a ram's horn, and all the people trembled. Now YAHUAH is about to introduce himself to the kingdom that he has programmed on this earth. And for you to live with YAHUAH, you must live according to this kingdom's rules and regulations in this earth. The kingdom is here today, now, presently. And this is the rules that YAHUAH has given to that kingdom to live by. He said, on the morning of the third day, thunder roared and lightning flashed, and a dense cloud came down on the mountain. There was a long loud blast from a ram's horn, and all the people trembled. Verse 17. The Moshe led them out from the camp to meet with YAHUAH, the Almighty One. Now Moshe is leading them now to go and meet with the YAHUAH of all life, with the creator of all life, YAHUAH, the YAHUAH of all life. Now Moshe is now leading them now to meet with YAHUAH. So Moshe led them out from the camp to meet with YAHUAH, which is the Almighty One. And they stood at the foot of the mountain. All of Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because YAHUAH had descended on it. YAHUAH has descended to introduce the kingdom. That you must seek the kingdom now that you are in this earth. You must seek this kingdom that YAHUAH has come to reintroduce. After Adam has disobeyed and caused death to man, YAHUAH has come back to reintroduce his kingdom again. And the kingdom is in this earth presently that YAHUAH has created. He said, all the Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because YAHUAH had descended on it in the form of fire. He said the smoke billowed into the sky like smoke from a brick kiln, and the whole mountain shook violently. He said, as the blast of the ram's horn grew louder and louder, Moshe spoke, and YAHUAH thundered his reply. YAHUAH thundered his reply. I can feel that thunder in my soul as I'm hearing it from the scriptures. That's what I just spoke in an unknown tongues. I can feel that thunder in my soul. And I want you to feel that thunder in your soul from this day, so that you will seek that kingdom that YAHUAH has programmed for us now to live by in this earth. Toda Rabba YAHUAH, Ba'asham Yahusha. As Moshe spoke, then YAHUAH thundered his reply. Shemot chapter 20. Shemot, which they translate to Exodus, that's where YAHUAH gave his 10 commandments. When YAHUAH spoke, he thundered his replies with his 10 commandments to man to hear directly. And YAHUAH dabbled directly to the Yasharalim, saying, YAHUAH thundered his reply. Now YAHUAH is saying to them right now. He said, and YAHUAH dabbled directly to the Yasharalim, saying, which is the first commandment now, I am YAHUAH, your YAHUAH, your Almighty One, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim. YAHUAH is not telling them now, I am YAHUAH, your own. This is the first commandment. This is the first commandment in the kingdom that YAHUAH is creating in this earth right now, that you must live by. The kingdom that you must find you seek that kingdom and you live by the righteousness. And this is the righteousness of the kingdom that Yahuwah is thundering to them directly. That this is the voice of Yahuwah. This is Yahusha. Yahusha is the voice of Yahuwah that spoke. This is Daba. The Daba of Yahuwah is Yahusha. Yahusha is the form. Is a form body to the Daba. Is a form body. So the Daba of Yahuwah is Yahusha as a human form. So this is the Daba of Yahuwah speaking now, speaking, thundering to man in the kingdom that he spoke to man to call, to seek. The kingdom that Yahuwah spoke to man to seek. He said, I am Yahuwah, your Aloha, your Almighty One, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of bondage. You must not have and serve any other Elohim. You must not have and you must not serve any other Elohim. Some people say it's the ancestral deity, it's the ancestral idol. They have the idol. Yahuwah is telling you now in the first commandment. He said you must not have and serve any other Elohim, which is in Elohim in English means mighty ones, idols or deities. You must not. It's a command that in this kingdom of Yahuwah, you must not have and you must not serve any other Elohim. It's only Yahuwah that will be your Aloha, which is your Almighty One. It's Yahuwah only. Yes, that is it. It's Yahuwah only that will be your Almighty One. Nothing else in this arat. Yes, nothing else. He said you must not have and serve any other Elohim, which means mighty ones, idols, deities, but me, Yahuwah, your only Aloha. In this kingdom, it's only Yahuwah that will be your Aloha. Your only Almighty One, your only mighty one, your only the Most High that you will serve in this whole kingdom of Yahuwah that he has programmed in this arat. That's the first commandment, must be only Yahuwah, no other. We are going to break down into this first commandment in the next message. Is the first commandment only, because we are going to break it down gradually from the first commandment. What is the importance of this first commandment in this kingdom that Yahuwah has programmed for us to live by? The first commandment, what is the importance of this first commandment in this very kingdom that Yahuwah has programmed for us to live by in this arat? He said you must not have and serve any other Elohim, but me, Yahuwah, your only Aloha, which is your only Almighty One. Let Yahuwah be your only Almighty One from this day. Let the first commandment produce results in your life. Let this first commandment be seen in your life. Let Yahuwah Aloha be your only Aloha in this arat. Because Yahuwah is my only Aloha. Nothing else. I die out of this world if I ever think of any other mighty one in my thoughts. I will just live out of this arat. There's nothing in this arat without Yahuwah for me. It's only Yahuwah, nothing else. Toda Rabba Yahuwah. Then the second commandment said, you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim or on the arat. Shamaim is what they translate to heaven, or in the Shamaim or on the arat. Arat is the one they translate to earth, or in the yam. Yam is what they translate to sea. So you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind. This is so important in your life. Either in your mind or your heart or your physical eye that you see, or in your heart. Some people put idol in their heart, they don't even know. Yahuwah is telling you in this kingdom that he has programmed for you to live by in this arat, for you to be his people, for you to be one of his Kohanim. Kohanim is what they translate to priest in this kingdom. He said you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim or on the arat or in the yam. Verse 5. He said you must not bow down to them or worship them. This is still the second commandment. You must not bow down to any idol or worship them, whether in your heart. Maybe you are not seeing it like today the idol of the one they call Jesus, which they later translate to Jesus today, is an idol in everybody's mind. In the religion they created, Christianity, The idol is in everybody's mind. If you call that name Jesus, what do you see? Is it not the idol? That image of the man that have a forehead, that he have that his hair is coily, that have a forehead that have one kind sign. Is it not the man image that you are seeing? I'm about putting the image in the message, but YAHUAH he instructed me specifically. No image, no face. Don't put anybody's face in the daba of YAHUAH. No. And that's why I'm explaining it to you, so that you will know. Anybody that called that name Jesus today, the image is in his heart. Even though you don't put the image in your heart, but the image is in your heart. He said you must not bow down to them or worship them. For I, YAHUAH, your Aloha, I am a jealous Aloha, who will not tolerate your affection for any other Elohim, mighty ones, idols, deity. Say, I lay the sin of the parents upon the children, upon their children. The entire family is affected. Even the children of the third and the fourth generation of those who reject me. He said you must not bow down to them. They call that name Jesus every day today. That image of Buddha, image of the image of Muhammad, image of all the Indian images, the Krishna, the one they call it a Krishna, they later called Christ in the. See, let me tell you today, YAHUAH is a jealous Aloha, the creator of life. It does not. He said, you must not bow down to them. I want to read the second commandment again from the top. He said, you must not make for yourself an idol of any kind or an image of anything in the Shamaim. Shamaim is what they translate to heaven, or on the Arat. Arat is what they translate to earth, or in the Yam. Yam is what they translate to sea. He said, you must not bow down to them. Verse 5. He said, you must not bow down to them or worship them. For I, YAHUAH, your Aloha, YAHUAH is the Almighty One in this kingdom that He has created, the only Almighty One. He said, for I, YAHUAH, your Aloha, I am a jealous Aloha, who will not tolerate your affection for any other Elohim, mighty ones, idols or deities, which is Elohim means mighty ones, idols or deities. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children. The entire family is affected. Even the children in the third and fourth generations of those who reject me. He said, we lay curse upon their generations. This is how so bad this very second commandment is. We're going to have a special segment for the second commandment on its own. Any of the segment that you see concerning the 10 commandments in the kingdom of YAHUAH that He has created on this earth, don't joke with them. This is the only way to eternal life. If you want to seek eternal life, this is the direction to eternal life. Yes, because Yahusha is the Daba that spoke this word directly to man. The Daba of YAHUAH that spoke the word directly to man. The conclusion of the second commandment say, I lavish unfailing love for 1,000 generations on those who love me and keep my commandments. He said, we lavish unfailing love upon you. Unfailing. The love that does not fail. That's what YAHUAH will have upon you when you keep His commandments. He will lavish it upon you, upon your life. Say, I lavish unfailing love for 1,000 generations on those who love me and obey my commandments and keep my commandments. To the Rabbi YAHUAH. The third commandment said, you must not misuse the name of YAHUAH, your Aloha. YAHUAH will not let you go unpunished if you misuse His name. The name of YAHUAH Aloha is so important in the life of every man in this earth. YAHUAH is telling you, you must not misuse His name. Don't misuse the name of YAHUAH. The reason why they changed the name of YAHUAH to the evil system name that they are calling today, Lord God and Jesus and Christ today, is because the name of YAHUAH, you cannot use it in vain. Anybody that tries to use the name of YAHUAH in vain, YAHUAH will give him instant punishment. He said, you must not misuse the name of YAHUAH, your Aloha. YAHUAH will not let you go unpunished if you misuse His name. He will not let them go unpunished. That's why they changed it in their evil system of the world, Christianity, that they are doing today. That's why they changed it with their pagan deity's name. The name that they call God today is abbreviation of the name of the Ashatan, the devil himself. Yes. That's the abbreviation of his name. The full name of Ashatan is Gadriel. We have a special message on that. The full name is Gadriel. From the book of Shanok. Shanok is what they translate to Enoch. That's why they pull out the Shanok from the Bible that they concocted, that they put the evil system name inside. They have to pull that out so that people will not know. Because when they know the truth will set them free. So they have to put that out. And the truth is coming back in full. Nobody can hide the truth of Yahuah's Daba. Nobody. They have not born that person. Not they. The fourth commandment, very important. The fourth commandment, Shamut chapter 20 verse 8. He said, remember to observe the Shabbat Yom by keeping it Kadash. Yom is the day. Kadash is set apart. Verse 9. Say, you have 6 Yom each week for your ordinary work. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work. So you have to set it apart, set the Shabbat apart. It's not your day. That's what the commandment is telling you here. Remember, Yahuwah is speaking this word directly to man right now. He said, you have 6 Yom each week for your ordinary work. But the 7th day is the Shabbat day of rest dedicated to Yahuwah, your Yahuwah. He said, on that day, verse 10, he said, but the 7th day is a Shabbat of rest dedicated to Yahuwah, your Yahuwah. On that day, no one in your household may do any work. This includes you, number 1, your sons, your daughters, your male and female servants, your livestock, even your livestock, and any foreigner living among you. That means anybody within your space that you are in that Shabbat day that you're set apart for Yahuwah. Nobody should do any work. Verse 11. He said, for in 6 days Yahuwah made the Shamaim. Now Yahuwah is referring you to the reason why. He's referring you to the beginning of creation. He said, for in 6 days Yahuwah made the Shamaim, the Arat and the Yam. The Arat, which is the earth, and the Yam, which is the sea, which they translate to sea, and everything in them. But on the 7th day Yahuwah rested. That is why. He said, that is why Yahuwah barak the Shabbat Yom and set it apart as Kadash. Yahuwah barak it. Yahuwah barak the Shabbat day. Barak is what the evil system translates to bless. Yahuwah barak the Shabbat day and he set it apart. That is a sign of his creation. It's a sign of his creation. It's a signature to his creation. To Darabah Yahuwah. The 5th commandment. The 5th commandment is pertaining to man. The first 4 commandments is pertaining to Yahuwah, the creator. Then now Yahuwah is giving man the commandment to live with each other. What we don't need to do to each other. Even as far our father and our mother that we see, people that we see. The first one is for the supernatural Yahuwah, the creator of life, that you don't see, but he lives in you, in your heart. The first four said, you must not have and serve any other Elohim, any other mighty one. You must not have any other mighty one. It's only Yahuwah. Yahuwah said, I am Yahuwah, your Elohim. You must not have any other mighty one. So it's only Yahuwah that will be your almighty one. Then the second one said, you must not carve image and worship them. Say Yahuwah is a jealous Elohim, and he will not tolerate your affection to any other, any kind of any idol at all. Any Elohim, he will not tolerate your affection to any Elohims. Then the third one says you must not misuse the name of Yahuwah, your Elohim. Say Yahuwah will not make you go and punish when you misuse his name. Then the fourth one says remember the Shabbat day and set it apart. Then now we are at the 5th one. He said honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the Arat which Yahuwah your Yahuwah have given you. He said you should honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long on this Arat that Yahuwah your Yahuwah has given you. So you must honor, you that have father and mother in this Arat, honor your father and your mother. Respect all elders, but honor your father and your mother. It's a must. Say for your days may be long on this Arat now that you are in this Arat, that you are in this earth. So so your days may be long. The sixth commandment said, you must not murder, you must not kill anybody. That's the sixth commandment. You must not kill, you must not kill. That say you must not kill, you must not murder. Don't kill anybody. Don't allow any annoyance make you to kill. This is the reason why YAHUAH said something which we will discuss in the when we get to the sixth commandment discussion. YAHUAH said it's for your own purpose, but we will look into it when we get to the sixth commandment. We will look at the scripture directly, what YAHUAH said. The seventh commandment said, you must not commit adultery. You must not commit adultery. Don't go and sleep with people's wife. Don't commit adultery. Every wife is a temple to the husband. A wife is a temple to the husband that got married to her. Do not commit adultery. We have a special message on this also. The eighth commandment says, you must not steal. Don't steal. This is the instruction for you to live in this kingdom that YAHUAH has programmed for you to live by. You must not steal. Then the ninth commandment says, you must not testify falsely against your neighbor. Don't bear false witness against your neighbor because you want favor from somebody and they paid you to go and bear false witness against your neighbor. The scripture is telling you now, the Daba of YAHUAH is telling you now, don't bear false witness against your neighbor. There's the 10th commandment, which is the last of the 10 that YAHUAH spoke life. Then the other instructions he gave to Musha to give to man in the kingdom. Say, you must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife, male or female servant, or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. You must not desire what is not your own. In this religion that is everywhere now, that they use images as their deities that they worship, the covetousness is one of the major key things in their life. The scripture is telling you now, you must not covet. Don't covet your neighbor's house. Don't covet your neighbor's wife. Covetousness, you are coveting what does not belong to you. Desiring what does not belong to you. YAHUAH said, do not do that in this kingdom. This kingdom that I program for you now. Do not covet here. There's no covetousness here. Be satisfied with what you have. That's what YAHUAH is trying to make you understand in this kingdom. Satisfaction is one of the key factors of this kingdom for you to live by in this kingdom. What is not yours, don't put your eye in it. Focus on what is yours only. But what is not on yours, what is not yours, don't put your mind in what does not belong to you. Focus on what belongs to you only. Now, when the people have heard directly from YAHUAH's Daba, when they heard YAHUAH's Daba directly, as they heard the voice of YAHUAH, he said, when the people heard the thunder and the loud blast of the ram's horn, and when they saw the flashes of light and the smoke billowing from the mountain, they stood a distance. So they stood at a distance, trembling with fear. Verse 19. And they said to Musha, because YAHUAH spoke to them directly, they are trembling with fear. And they said to Musha, you speak to us and we will listen, but don't let YAHUAH, which is the Almighty One, speak. Don't let YAHUAH speak directly to us or we will die. Don't let YAHUAH, the Almighty One, don't let it speak to us or we will die. He said, you cannot speak to us directly now, Musha. We have known. YAHUAH's the Daba of YAHUAH that we are hearing since we are trembling. Verse 18, verse 18 say, and when the people heard the thunder and the loud blast of the ram's horn, and when they saw the flash of the lightning and the smoke billowing from the mountain, they stood a distance, trembling with fear. And they said to Musha, you speak to us and we will listen, but don't let YAHUAH speak directly to us or we will die. Verse 20. Don't be afraid, Musha answered them, for YAHUAH, which is the Almighty One, has come in this way to test you, and so that you fear, and to test you, and so that your fear of YAHUAH will keep you from sinning. So that your fear, the only thing that will keep you from sinning is by you fearing only YAHUAH. He said the fear of YAHUAH is the beginning of wisdom. That's the beginning of your wisdom in your life. He says so that the fear of YAHUAH will keep you from sinning. Verse 21. As the people stood in the distance, Musha approached the dark cloud where YAHUAH was. And YAHUAH dabba to Musha, saying, say this to the people of Yasharah. You saw for yourself that I spoke to you directly, that I spoke to you from Shamaim, which evil system translate to heaven. Remember, you must not make idols or silver or gold to rival me. He said, and YAHUAH dabba to Musha, saying, say this to the people of Yasharah. You saw for yourself that I spoke to you directly from Shamaim. Remember, you must not make any idol or silver or gold to rival me. That they are putting pictures, putting evil carving every image everywhere in the whole Arat. That's the way. Dabarin is what they translate to Deuteronomy. That Dabarin chapter 4 verse 10 to 14. He said, never forget. Now Musha is not dabaring to them. He's not telling them. After all that YAHUAH has done to them, Musha now remind them again. This is reminder to them. He said, never forget the day when you stood before YAHUAH your Aluah at Mount Sinai, where YAHUAH told me that I should gather the people before him. And YAHUAH dabba to you and said, I will let them hear me speak with them, and then they will learn to fear me as long as they live, and they will teach their children to fear me also, says YAHUAH. This is what YAHUAH has programmed in the life of all that lives in the kingdom that he has programmed for you to live by. This kingdom that he has said, this very kingdom that he said, seek this kingdom now. Seek the kingdom that he said in Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. He said, but seek the kingdom of YAHUAH. But seek the kingdom of YAHUAH and YAHUAH's righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. What will make you to go and kill people? What will make you to go and every negative thing that YAHUAH has gone against, when you keep them and focus on the word of YAHUAH that he has given to you, and walk on the line and walk in line with what YAHUAH has given to you to walk on. He said you must seek the kingdom in this kingdom of YAHUAH. Seek this kingdom and his righteousness, and every other thing will be added unto you. So you must teach your children the truth that you are hearing. This dabba that you are hearing now, call your children along, play the dabba to it. It's the dabba of YAHUAH that you are hearing now. It's not anybody's word. It's not any man's word. It's directly from the Creator's mouth that he spoke the commandment to man. Verse 12. And YAHUAH dabba to you from the heart of the fire. You heard the voice of YAHUAH's dabba to you all, but you didn't see YAHUAH's form. There was only a voice. It's only a voice that you heard, which is the 10 commandments. YAHUAH spoke the life to man. He spoke this 10 commandments, which is the righteousness of YAHUAH. YAHUAH spoke it life to man. See, for YAHUAH proclaim his covenant, the 10 commandments. YAHUAH proclaim, he proclaim, as in he spoke it life to you in this kingdom that he has programmed for you in this Arat. As he set apart one, you must live by these rules and regulation. For YAHUAH proclaim his 10 commandments. For YAHUAH proclaim his covenant, the 10 commandments, which he commanded you to keep, and which he wrote on the 2 stone tablets. YAHUAH proclaimed the covenant of YAHUAH is his 10 commandments. The righteousness of YAHUAH is his 10 commandments. Know this today so that you will be free. The knowledge that YAHUAH said, when you know the truth will set you free. This is the knowledge. For YAHUAH proclaimed his covenant, the 10 commandments, which he commanded you to keep, and which he wrote on the 2 stone tablets. Verse 14. YAHUAH wrote them. After YAHUAH proclaimed it, after YAHUAH speak the life, he now wrote them on the 2 stone tablets. So precious. So precious. It was that time that YAHUAH commanded me to teach you his degrees and regulations, so you would obey them in the land you are about to enter and occupy. Yahuwah spoke the 10 commandments. Yahuwah spoke the 10 commandments live, and he now write them down in the 2 stone tablets. Now the tablet is no longer anywhere. Our heart now is the tablet. The heart of man is the tablet that Yahuwah has programmed. The Daba of Yahuwah is now being written in our heart. As Yahusha died and gave the final sacrifice, the Daba of Yahuwah now, which is the 10 commandments now, is now written in our hearts. We must carry them along everywhere we go. It's important. We don't need to go to the temple. We are not the temple of Yahuwah. Our heart is not the tablet now. That tablet that Yahuwah said, he wrote them in it, and for Yahuwah proclaimed his covenant, the 10 commandments, which he commanded you to keep, and which he wrote on the 2 stone tablets. The 2 stone tablet now is our hearts. So you know this today. Your heart, that's why Yahuwah said you must love him with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. He said, love the commandment that Yahusha said is Musha has programmed it before. We're going to look at that one at the end of this series. We're going to look at the 2 great commandments along the process of the series. This 10 commandment is the 2 great commandments also, because the first 4 commandments is concerning Yahuwah. We're going to look at it on our own. Toda Rabba Yahuwah, Ba Hasham Yahusha, Dabarim, which is Deuteronomy chapter, which they translate to Deuteronomy, Dabarim chapter 6 verse 25. He said, for we will be counted as righteous when we obey all the commandments Yahuwah our Elohah has given us. For you to be righteous, which is the righteousness of Yahuwah, when you seek the kingdom of Yahuwah, the righteousness of Yahuwah, this kingdom that Yahuwah said you must seek. He said that Yahusha said, but seek first the kingdom of Yahuwah and Yahuwah's righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Every other thing in this arat, Yahuwah created all. When you seek his command, when you seek his kingdom, and you are right with him, with Yahuwah, everything that you desire, as Yahuwah has given up everything to Adam, but Adam he plays with Yahuwah's Daba that he has given to him, and he lost everything that Yahuwah gave to him. So if you want to find everything that Yahuwah has programmed to give you in this arat, you must seek the kingdom of Yahuwah and Yahuwah's righteousness. The righteousness which is the 10 commandments. Toda Rabba Yahuwah. He said, for we will be counted as righteous when we obey all the commandments Yahuwah our Elohah has given us. As Yahuwah our Almighty One has given us. That for you to be counted as righteous, you must obey all the commandments. The commandment is printed is very massive in my house. Anybody that comes to my house, is the commandment that welcomes you. As you enter my house presently, is the commandment of Yahuwah, which is Yahuwah's righteousness, is what will welcome you in my house. As you step in, that's the first thing you see in my house. The 10 commandments of Yahuwah Elohah, which is the righteousness of Yahuwah. That's to let you know this is part of the kingdom of Yahuwah. As you step into this house, your usage of any negative name ends. Don't use them here. Don't use any name, any evil name, that the negative names that Lord God, that Jesus and Christ, that you are that evil Ashatan's name. Don't use them here in this arat, in this place. This very place that you are stepping to is Kadash. And only the name of Yahuwah and Yahusha only can be pronounced here in this house. That's what anybody that comes, anybody of my friends, everybody that comes, my family member, they knows. If they step into my house, that name cease, all the evil name cease, end in their mouth. Usha chapter 10 verse 12. And Yahuwah Daba, plant the good seed of righteousness, and you will harvest a crop of love. When you plant the commandment in your heart, you will harvest the love of Yahuwah that said it will love you unfailing love. It will lavish unfailing love upon you. Unfailing love that it will lavish upon you. That was the second commandment said. He said, and Yahuwah Daba, plant the good seed of righteousness, and you will harvest a crop of love. Plow up the hard ground of your heart. He said, any hard ground that will make you not to receive the truth, that will make you not to walk on the truth of Yahuwah's Daba. He said, plow up the hard ground of your heart For now is the time to seek Yahuwah, that Yahuwah may come and shower righteousness upon you. So when you plow, or like when you want to dig, when you want to farm, a farmer, you plow the ground so that it will be soft, so that the what you want to plant in can go in directly, and the seed will go in and germinate and produce results, the desired results. But when the ground is strong, without you plowing the ground, you cannot put the seed inside for the seed to produce the desired results. He said, now, and Yahuwah Daba, plant the good seed of righteousness, and you will harvest a crop of love. Plow up the hard ground of your heart, for now is the time to seek Yahuwah, that Yahuwah may come and shower righteousness upon you. Toda Rabba Yahuwah, Toda Rabba Yahuwah. The love of Yahuwah is the only thing that can carry you and live the life of purpose in this Arat. Let Yahuwah be only your purpose. Let your purpose in this life be worshiping Yahuwah in spirit and in truth. The truth of Yahuwah's Daba. That's what we're looking into right now. That's the truth of Yahuwah's Daba. Usha, which they translate to Usia. Usha chapter 6 verse 4 to 11. He said, O Yashara and Yahudah, what should I do with you? Ask Yahuwah. For your love vanishes like the morning mist and disappear like dew in the sunlight. Verse 5. I sent my Nabims to cut you to pieces, to slaughter you with my Daba, which is the Daba which they translate to word. They send the Nabims. The Nabims is what they translate to prophet. He said, I sent my Nabims to cut you to pieces with the Daba, which is with the word of Yahuwah. They said the scripture said the Daba of Yahuwah is a two-edged sword. The word of Yahuwah is a two-edged sword. Two-edged, the two sides is sharp. He said, I sent my Nabim to cut you to pieces, to slaughter you with my Daba, with judgment as escapable at light. Verse 6. I want you to show love, not offer sacrifices. Yahuwah is telling you now, he said, he wants you to show love, not offer sacrifices. I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings. Yahuwah wants you to know him, not about offering anything. No, know Yahuwah for yourself. Say, I want you to know me more. I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings. Verse 7. Say, but like Adam, you broke my covenant and betrayed my trust. Adam broke the covenant of Yahuwah. Adam betrayed Yahuwah's trust. Because Yahuwah created man, he created the man, Adam, and he now gave him the choice. He gave him the power of choice. Okay, I make the choice. If it is the creator that created you that you will follow, or you will not follow the opposite of what the creator told you. And he shows the opposite side. And he betrayed. Say, but like Adam, you broke my covenant. Let me read the verse 6 again. I want you to show love, not offer sacrifice. I want you to show me more than. He said, I want you to know me. That's Yahuwah. I want you to know him. I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings. But like Adam, you broke my covenant and betrayed my trust. Gilead is a city of sinners, trapped with footprints of blood. This Gilead is one of the Yasharalim's city. He said, Kohanim is what they translate to priests. The priests. He said, Kohanim from bands of robbers. That means priests of bands of robbers. He said, Kohanim form peace. The priests they form bands of robbers. Say, Kohanim form bands of robbers, waiting in ambush for their victims. They murder travelers along the road to Shashan and practice every kind of sin. They practice every kind of sins. Verse 10. Yes, I've seen something terrible in Ephraim, and Yashara, my people, are defiled by prostituting themselves with idols. Oh Yashara, a harvest of punishment is also waiting for you, though I wanted to restore the fortune of my people. When you go against the 10 commandments, the righteousness of Yahuwah, he said, a harvest of punishment is waiting for you. A harvest of punishment. You will harvest the punishment of Yahuwah. Like Adam harvested the punishment of Yahuwah that caused him to die. Because Yahuwah told him, when you touch this, you will die. He betrayed Yahuwah's trust. Adam betrayed Yahuwah's trust and he died. That's what caused death to man today. Everybody die. Nehemiah is the one they translate to Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 13 to 14. Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 13 to 14. He said, you came down also on Mount Sinai. Nehemiah, after some thousands of years, Nehemiah is not repeating it again. He said, you came down also on Mount Sinai and spoke with them from Shamaim and gave them just ordinances and true laws, good statutes and commandments. You make known to them your Kadash Shabbat, the Kadash Shabbat that is in the fourth commandment, and commanded them precepts, statutes, and laws. You must focus on the precepts, the statutes, and laws of Yahuwah. Yahuwah has made known to you his Shabbat. Now, a man, Emperor Constantine, have come that you should follow his venerable day. They worship the sun. The sun that is one of Yahuwah's creation. Yahuwah created the sun on the fourth day of the week. The first day of the week now, they now carry the Shabbat, they now carry the evil system now deceive people to be focusing on the first day of the week as their sun, as the day of the venerable son of the sun, the venerable day of the sun, the day they worship their son. Repent now, and focus on Yahuwah that will set you free. Focus on Yahuwah's Daba that will set you free. The 10 Commandments is a protection in your life. Yes, the 10 Commandments will protect you from danger in this life. When you keep the 10 Commandments of Yahuwah, you obey the 10 Commandments of Yahuwah, you will be protected from evil in this life. Let's read Talahim chapter 19, chapter 119, verse 105 to verse 106. Talahim chapter 119, chapter 119, verse 105 to verse 106. He said, for Yahuwah's Daba, which is his word, is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my pathway. The Daba of Yahuwah, which is the 10 commandments that they have spoken to life, is a lamp to guide your feet and a light to your pathway. It's a lamp for your feet and a light to your pathway. Mashaim, which they translate to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 33, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, that lamp that will guide your feet. Say, for the commandment is a lamp, and the Torah, which is the law, is a light, which is the commandment, is a light. He said the commandment is a lamp, then the Torah, which is the other regulations that Yahuwah has given to man to live by, they are the lights. Their correcting discipline is the way of life. When the Torah is correcting you, that's the real way of life. Let the Torah correct you, because that's the way of life, nothing else. Kapha. Second Kapha chapter, which is the one they translate to, the evil system translate to Peter. Second Kapha chapter 2, verse 21 to 22. He said, for it would have been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than having known it to turn from the Kadash commandments delivered to them. They have known the way of righteousness, this is the way to the right path of Yahuwah, the Creator. But they've known it already, and they turn from it. That's after Yahusha has come and gone. This is the Talmudim. Talmudim is what they translate to disciples. This is the Talmudim of Yahusha that is talking here. Kapha. He said, for it would have been better for them not to know the way of righteousness than having known it, and they turn from the Kadash commandment delivered to them. They turn from the command. You've known it already, and you turn from the Kadash commandment delivered to them. First Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the one the evil system translate to John. First Yahuwah chapter 3, verse 7 to 10. Yahuwah is not advising. He's not advising us because we are children to them. They are the ones that Yahuwah gave the knowledge directly. Yahuwah is not giving them the instruction to give to us. He said, dear children, don't let anyone deceive you about this. When people do what is right, it shows that they are righteous. even as YAHUAH HaMashiach is righteous. So when you do what is right in Yahuwah's path, it shows that you are righteous. That's what I was talking all this while to now. He said when you do what is right, it shows that you are righteous. You do what is right. What is right? Yahuwah's right. Like Adam did not do what is right that Yahuwah has put to him, that is right for him to do. He did something else that makes him unrighteous. Dear children, don't let anyone deceive you about this. When people do what is right, it shows that they are righteous, even as YAHUAH HaMashiach is righteous. But when people keep on sinning, it shows that they belong to the devil, Ashatan, who has been sinning since the beginning. But the Son of Yahuwah came to destroy the works of the devil. The Son of Yahuwah came to destroy the works of the devil. Verse 9. Those who have been born into Yahuwah's family do not make a practice of sinning, because Yahuwah's life is in them. So they can't keep on sinning, because they are the children. Say, because they are the children of Yahuwah. Verse 10. So now we can tell who are the children of Yahuwah and who are the children of the devil, Ashatan. Anyone who does not live righteously and does not love other believers. Anyone who does not live righteously and does not love other believers does not belong to Yahuwah. This is the righteousness of Yahuwah. The commandment of Yahuwah is the righteousness of Yahuwah. So focus on the commandment from this day. The 10 commandments, study them. Let them be part of your day-to-day life. Like from the first commandment that he said, you must not have and serve any other Elohim, which is other mighty ones, deities. The second commandment said, you must not carve image or idol or any image to worship, bow down. You must not bow down to any image. Then the third commandment said, you must not misuse Yahuwah's name in vain. You must not misuse Yahuwah's name. The fourth one said, you must remember the Shabbat day and set it apart, Kadash it. Remember to observe it and Kadash it. Say, because 6 days, you have 6 days this week for your ordinary work, but the 7th day is the Kadash Sabbath of Yahuwah, your Aluah. And the 5th commandment says, honor your father and your mother, so that your days may be long on this earth. Then the 6th commandment says, you must not murder. The 7th commandment says, you must not commit adultery. The 8th commandment says, you must not steal. The 9th commandment says, you must not bear false witness against your neighbor. The 10th commandment says, you must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife. You must not covet anything that belongs to your neighbor. That's what the scriptures is directing us. That's the righteousness of Yahuwah. When you focus on this life, you will see that you will be living your day-to-day life, even though there are temptations that will make you to do the focus on the truth of Yahuwah's Daba, and you will be free from every kind of temptation in this earth. To the Rabbi Yahuwah. First Yahuwah chapter 5 verse 3 and verse 21. Verse 3, loving Yahuwah means keeping Yahuwah's commandments, and Yahuwah's commandments are not bothersome. Love for you to the love of Yahuwah is by keeping Yahuwah's commandments. He said loving Yahuwah means keeping Yahuwah's commandments, and the commandment of and Yahuwah's commandment are not bothersome. They are not bothersome. I don't know why. Ashata. Like when Yahuwah told Adam that don't touch this one, it's not bothersome. Just for Adam to leave that one that Yahuwah said don't touch. Finish. They are not bothersome. Yahuwah said don't kill. Don't kill. Yahuwah said don't commit adultery. Don't sleep with people's wife. Don't give everybody's wife a chance. And wives, don't go and commit adultery outside, because the sin is more stronger in the man that committed adultery with the woman, which we're going to look at along the line that we're ministering. So it's more to a man. Don't sleep with people's wife. Don't commit adultery. A man's wife is a temple to the man. It's set apart for the man. It's Kadash for a man. A man's wife is Kadash for the man. Yes. And you wife, know that you are Kadash for your husband. Don't go outside. Focus on your house. Focus on your home. He said loving Yahuwah means keeping Yahuwah's commandments, and Yahuwah's commandments are not bothersome. They are not bothersome. They are not bothersome. Dear children, keep away from anything that might take Yahuwah's place in your heart. Anything that will want to take Yahuwah's place in your heart, keep away from it from this day. Let your focus be only Yahuwah only, so that you will live the purpose that Yahuwah has programmed you to live in this heart. You will have peace of mind and joy. Even if there is plenty, you will live in joy. If there is no plenty, you will live in joy and peace of mind. Yes, Yahuwah is your joy. Yahuwah is your peace of mind. Nothing else. Ta'alim chapter 28 verse 8 to 11. Say, then Yahuwah Daba, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. When you keep Yahuwah's commandment, this is what will happen to you. And Yahuwah Daba, Daba means spoke. It's pronounced Yahuwah's word to you right now. That's Daba. And Yahuwah Daba, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. Yahuwah said to you now, Yahuwah is saying to you right now, Yahuwah will guide you along the best pathway for your life. Yahuwah said to you now, Yahuwah will advise you and watch over you. This is the Daba of Yahuwah for you. Then Yahuwah is saying to you, do not be like a senseless horse or mule that need a bit and bridle to keep it under control. Be in control of your life from this day. Don't allow one man, anybody, any negative, evil religious pastors and evil priests and all those ones to be the one guiding you in this era. Let the scripture guide you from this day. He said, do not be like a senseless horse or mule that need a bit and bridle to keep it under control. He said, many sorrows come to the wicked, but unfailing love surround those who trust Yahuwah. Unfailing love, love that does not fail, surround those who trust in Yahuwah. Let your trust be in Yahuwah from this day. Trust in the 10 commandments, trust in the commandment of Yahuwah, trust in the regulations of Yahuwah, trust in the Torah of Yahuwah. Let your trust be. Say many sorrow come to those. He said many sorrow come to the wicked. That means anybody that does not follow the 10 commandments and the ways of Yahuwah and the instructions of Yahuwah, those people are the wicked people. Because when Yahuwah said don't kill and you went to go and kill, you are wicked. Yahuwah said don't commit adultery, you went to go and sleep with somebody's wife, you are a wicked person. Yahuwah said don't steal and you went to go and steal, you are a wicked person. Yahuwah said don't bear false witness against your neighbor, you went to go and bear false witness against him. Are you not a wicked person? Ask yourself that. He said many sorrow come to those people that will go against the Torah, the word, the Daba, the commandment of Yahuwah. Many sorrow come to the wicked, but unfailing love surround those who trust, who keep Yahuwah's commandment, who trust in Yahuwah. Say rejoice. Verse 11. He say so rejoice in Yahuwah and be glad, all you who obey Yahuwah. Say rejoice in Yahuwah. So rejoice now from this day. Say so rejoice in Yahuwah and be glad, all you who obeys Yahuwah. Shout for joy, all you whose hearts are pure. Shout for joy when your heart is pure, when you know that you keep the Torah, the 10 commandments of Yahuwah. Shout for joy from this day. Live in joy and happiness. No matter the system, no matter the lack or the want or the abundance that you are, always shout for joy and live in joy, peace of mind that Yahuwah has programmed through his Daba that he has given to you. If you want the peace of mind, you want the love of Yahuwah, you must focus on the 10 commandments that Yahuwah spoke to you directly from the scriptures. You must focus on it and let your hearts be open now. And that your heart that you are seeing there, this your heart. Let the 10 commandments be written in your heart, not the tablet of stone anymore. Look out for the next episode, look out for the next message, which is the first commandment. We're going to be walking through the first commandment from only the first commandment in the next message. Let the name of Yahuwah only be praised in your life. Let the name of Yahuwah be Yada in your life. And from this day, let the name of Yahuwah continually guide you in everything that you do. Let the commandment of Yahuwah guide you in everything that you do. Let the righteousness of Yahuwah guide you in everything that you do. From this day, the love of Yahuwah, which is the 10 commandments that he has given to us, let it be your main focus from this day. Ba Hasham Yahusha, which I pray right now. I pray that let the 10 commandments be your main focus on this day. Toda Rabba Yahuwah, Ba Hasham Yahusha. Let the name of Yahuwah only be praised.